Yeah, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. It is the greatest predictor of success in life, a good education, a child learning from a young age. But one thing we know here in Charlotte Mecklenburg, too many are not making the grade. Last year, just 29% of third graders' reading scores put them on track to be college or career ready. For black students, though, it was just 18%. For Hispanic students, this should be 14%. And we all know those numbers are not good, and it's why we are devoting reporting power to this issue all school year. Tonight, our Dedrick Russell talks to the African American Faith Alliance for Educational Advancement. It consists of religious leaders pushing CMS for change.
Ministers are not holding back.
Well, my greatest frustration, Dedrick, is some of the very students that are in failing schools at CMS are in our after-school program here at the church, and the persons working with them in that after-school program are helping those kids pass their end of grade test. So I keep asking the question, how is it that a church after-school program that only has kids for a couple of hours at the same school are able to get them to a point where they can pass when they're at the school the entire day and they cannot? Something's wrong with that picture.
More concern from the pulpit.
My greatest frustration is around a lack of urgency about the problem.
Dr. Dennis Williams is chair of the Alliance. He is also a former CMS administrator and at one time the district's interim superintendent. He says CMS is in a crisis.
When the results are so low, like there are in CMS, with skill, leadership, and a will to do something about the situation, you can have drastic progress in 1 year. So this whole idea it's going to take 10 years, it's nonsense. The idea that it's going to take 6 years, Dedrick, the kids don't have that much time.
Ministers believe CMS is not transparent with information. They also claim when they started pressing the district for answers, they got shut out.
Initially, we had good conversation with the superintendent's office and CMS and thought we were making progress, but then we didn't see any results from the conversations. And as of late, we're getting zero response.
Some of Pastor Jordan Boyd's parishioners are CMS parents. He believes the district is letting them down.
The blame is oftentimes placed upon the parent because of what they have not done for the child at home while trying to make a living. But most of the child's time is spent in school during the day with the teachers, with the administrators, with those who have in their goal and are paid to educate the students.
The preachers are now offering their own solution.
One of the initiatives that we have coming up is an educational summit where we're going to bring in folks who have gotten the job done, folks who are not making excuses, so that we can show that there are people with similar situations having some success.
As a preacher, I believe in a balanced theology of both grace and accountability. I think it is possible to have grace and accountability at the same time, and CMS seems to continue to ask for more time, more grace, but yet provide us an absence of accountability.
And Dedrick joins us here in studio. Yeah, we get that. We've heard that a lot, about the timeline, right? If you're in 6th or 7th grade, you don't have 6 years to figure this out. I know, did you reach out to CMS about this whole issue of whether these faith leaders have been sort of cut out once they started sort of criticizing the plan?
I did reach out to CMS and they emailed me back, and I want you to give you the words that CMS is telling me. They're saying that CMS can assure you that no groups with evidence-based plans to improve outcomes for our students have been locked out of the process to do so. And they go on to say that if local ministers and organizations approach us with evidence-based plans to address disrupted instruction, we will work with them to help improve outcomes for students. That is exactly word for word what CMS told me in response to this story, because I told them about what the ministers have said.
So they want something specific from somebody, it sounds like.
And proving that it works.
Some of these churches obviously have been in this fight a long time. I mean, they're serious about wanting to be involved.
Absolutely. As you can know, these students are sitting in the pews of these churches, so therefore these pastors have seen generations have gone from school to school where they have just been failing. And so therefore they want to come up with a plan. They want to open up their churches for after school programs so those students can come to those after school programs and get the assistance and the extra tutoring that they need in order to
that makes a lot of sense. We see the faith leaders with maybe their faith shaken a bit right now. What about their congregations?
Well, you know, they're saying that now, you know, I don't want to say they're giving up hope, but it's on the verge of that. They're saying that now some of their church members are now looking to charter schools. They said that before, you know, public schools, you know, charter schools are public schools, but public schools, they wanted to support the public schools. But now they're saying that if CMS can't get the job done, then we have to look elsewhere. We have to, you know, exercise all of our options. And so the preachers told me that now they're looking at charter schools like never before.
Well, we know CMS enrollment, a little flat right now. Some people have left the district.
Exactly.
So we'll see where this goes. Dedrick, great stuff
Right,
as always. And we're on your side every Thursday night, bringing you these Making the Grade stories, bonus content from Dedrick, from Courtney Cole, from Chandler Morgan. That is streaming for you right now. Just search for WBTV on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.